Warren suffered 3 heart attacks in 1974. On July 2nd, he was admitted to Georgetown University Hospital. A week later, Pat Patterson came to visit.
It was the best visit that I've ever had with Earl Warren. And the whole time he was governor, I said we had good visits and sat and talked. But tears came in our eyes because he said, we've had a lot of good discussions. He told me this on his bed. He says, all the problems, all the legal problems, all the legislative problems. And he said, well, it was a good life, wasn't it? We were the last one to visit.
Chief Justice Warren, history still debates your name. Looking back now, how do you explain a court that stirred the nation's soul? Had there been art that changed the role? No. I didn't chase legacy or fame. Oh. I listened when the questions came, not marble halls or powers call, but human voices, one and all. They asked about the court's decree, but I remember every plea. A child at school, a man alone, a woman guarding her own home. Each case a name, each name a face, each moment time refused to erase. I rule with law, but heard the cry of lives that asked the reason why. A quiet revolution, case by case. The Constitution stretching, holding space, not tearing it down, not starting anew, just making the promise honest and true. Kids walked in where hope was thin. A classroom said you don't fit in. A fight on native land was broad. Respect for sovereignty was sought. They crossed the door, no cause, no claim. But rights don't fade because of shame. They broke in first and said they lied. The truth was tossed, the law replied. The votes were buried, lost for days. Unequal power, crooked ways. One person's voice should weigh the same. No louder shout, no smaller claim. A quiet revolution, case by case. The Constitution stretching, holding space, not tearing it down, not starting anew, just making the promise honest and No lawyer's hand, no polished words, just truth and grit to get it heard. They hid the truth, they held it tight, but justice dies without the light. Behind closed doors, a choice denied. The court said privacy abides. No walls required, no lock, no gate. Your voice deserves a private fate. They pressed and pushed, was made to speak. When rights unknown, chances are bleak. A quiet revolution, case by case. The Constitution stretching, holding space, not tearing it down, not starting anew, just making the promise honest and true. We spoke in silence, black bands worn. Still they tried to make us conform. A look, a hunch, a shadow stare. Suspicions thin, but rights stay fair. A jury's voice, the people's sound. Justice grows when we're around. A lineup's risk when one stands alone. Counsel makes the truth be shown. With law and order, lines are clear. You've gone too far, you coddle fear. Your way of looking at the law has got to be your biggest flaw. Order without justice breaks. Power without mercy takes you. Hide your words behind closed doors, but time unseals what power stores. A quiet revolution, case by case. The Constitution stretching, holding space. Not tearing it down, not starting anew, just making the promise honest and true. Yeah. So Chief Justice, was the cost too high? The anger, the noise, the battle cry. Ask the ones who brought the cases. Hear their voices, see their faces.
He was called to Washington by President Eisenhower to become Chief Justice of the United States. And as Chief Justice, Earl Warren brought off so many nearly unanimous decisions on the most controversial issues in American life. You didn't come out of the judiciary from youth up.
No.
You were in the political world.
Yes.
You were the governor of California.
Yeah.
Even though it was a bipartisan nomination, both the Democrats and the Republicans wanted you there.
Well, they did that once, but only once.
And then you were part of the national ticket with Tom Dewey
Yes.
running for the
Yes.
vice presidency,
Yes.
along with him as president.
Governor Warren, it's a pleasure to welcome you back on the Chronoscope program. Since you were last here, a lot of things have happened in the Republican Party. Some things have also happened in the Democratic Party, and we'd like to get your opinion on them, sir.
I believe that we cannot win just by pointing out the mistakes of the Democrats. You see, we haven't been in power for 20 years, and the people of America are going to want to know what we propose to do, and I believe that we ought to meet every problem of American life head on.
With pride, a vision for the nation, far and wide. Policies of progress, justice for all, answering the people's call. Dreams of the White House within our sight, guiding the nation through the night. Together we'll build, together we'll stand, for a prosperous, united land. Campaign trail, a journey along, with hopes held high, a fervent song. Yet the votes have spoken, the race is run, a new chapter has begun. Golden State, I rise with pride, a vision for the nation, far and wide. Policies of progress, justice for all, answering the people's call. Dreams of the White House within our sight, guiding the nation through the night. Together we'll build, together we'll stand, for a prosperous, united land. The campaign trail, a journey long, with hopes held high, a fervent song. Yet the votes have spoken, the race is run, a new chapter has begun. Dreams of the White House within our sight, guiding the nation through the night. Together we'll build, together we'll stand, for a prosperous, united land. Defeat is but a lesson learned, a chance for growth, a page turned. The call to serve still loud and clear, a future path I hold dear. Dreams of the White House within our sight, guiding the nation through the night. Together we'll build, together we'll stand, for a prosperous, united land. lesson learned, a chance for growth, a page turned. The code to serve still loud and clear, a future path I hold dear. Dreams of a White House within our sight, guiding the nation through the night. Together we'll build, together we'll stand, for a prosperous, united land.
From that political world, with all of its turbulence, you move into the Supreme Court as the Chief Justice and divest yourself completely, not only in actuality, but in mode of thinking, of any political involvement.
Well, I think that it is conditions in the Supreme Court are far more serene than the public has an idea of, because we read very often in the press about the great controversy that's going on in the court. Now, I can say honestly that in the 16 years I was there, I don't believe there were 16 times, let's say, in the during that period when anyone's voice was raised above normal in that conference room.
A seat on the bench where wisdom presides, in this court of law where truth abides. I dreamed of days serene and fair, where justice flows with thoughtful care. A serene life on the bench, a place of calm, where law and order weave their song, where reason rules and right prevails, in this court where history says. Yet whispers of change fill the halls. A nation divided, justice calls. Can the law bring peace where strife has grown? In this world of rights still unknown. A stirring life on the bench, a place of calm, where law and order weave their song. But the shadows rise and tides may turn, for justice sought and lessons learned. Simple judge, a simple man, now facing trials across the land. A serene life on the bench, or so I thought, where battles for freedom must be fought. Justice demands a steady hand to shape the law, to heal this land.
When I came to the Supreme Court, it was altogether different. I never saw an individual who was involved in any litigation. We never see a litigant in the court. All we know is that printed record that we get of the testimony in the trial, the printed briefs of counsel, and maybe a half-hour argument on each side at the podium.
Case number 8, Oliver Brown and others versus the Board of Education of Topeka, Shawnee County, Kansas.
Some driving Oh, look around, see the lines we draw. Oh, children divided by unjust law. Oh, separate schools, unequal ways. Oh, hope diminished, dreams delayed. Separate is never equal, no. No, no. The seeds of change we must now sow. Injustice stands when we turn away. For freedom calls, it's time to stay. Separate is never equal. No, no, no more delay. Whoa. We sit in rooms where books are torn. We dream of futures bright and not warm. Why must we fight for equal ground? When dignity is so profound, separate is never equal. No, no, no. Seeds of change we must now sow. Injustice stands when we turn away. But freedom calls. It's time to say separate is never equal. No, no, no more delay. Oh, oh. I have heard the arguments, felt the pain. Oh, oh. Seen the faces of children, dreams in vain. Oh, oh. Our nation stands at a crossroads now. To uphold justice, we must fight. Separate is never equal. So plain. Through chains of injustice, we must unchain. We must unchain. Together we rise, together we stand. Together we stand. For equality's light to shine across this land.
Separate
educational facilities
are
inherently
unequal.
Number 468, Stephen I. Engel et al. Petitioners versus William J. Vitale, Jr. et al.
I send my child to learn, to grow, to question, think, and seek to know. But in this place of books and rules, faith is forced in public schools. Freedom to believe, to choose our way, to honor faith or in silence stay in this land of the free, where all are heard, no prayer imposed, no silencing word. I'm just a child, I'm here to learn, but in my heart a question burns. Why must I pray if I don't belong? Why can't we all just get along? In our nation, we must separate and not blur the lines between church and state. It's more than a guideline, it's also a shield, protecting the rights all beliefs must yield. From the non-believers to the devout, the quiet and those who shout. and family prayers and sacred songs, but school's a place for minds to roam, a neutral ground, a second home. Freedom to believe, to choose our way, to honor faith or in silence stay in this land of the free, where all are heard, no prayer imposed, no silencing
It is no part of business of government to compose official prayers. Justice Hugo Black.
Number 21, John F. Tinker and Mary Beth Tinker, minors, etc. et al., petitioners versus Des Moines Independent Community School District et al.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A simple band, a silent plea, a symbol worn for all to see. We stand for peace, we stand for rights. In silent protest, we light the night. Silent but strong, we take our stand. Freedom's voice in a quiet band. Young and bold, we know we belong. Speaking truth in a world gone wrong.
They say we're kids,
We don't understand.
but our dreams for change.
Our voices demand.
A right to speak, a right to show.
What we believe, what we know. The right to free speech flows through our youth. We must protect it, let them speak the truth.
We may be young, but our hearts are wise.
We see the world through open eyes. A simple band of protest song. We know what's right, we know what's wrong. Silent but strong, we take our stand. Freedom's voice in a quiet band. Young and bold, we know we belong. Speaking truth in a world gone wrong.
It can hardly be argued that either student or teacher shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gates. Justice Abe Fortas.
I remember the first time we discussed how long we thought it would take. I remember someone suggested, I can't remember who it was, wouldn't it be wonderful if on the centennial of the 14th Amendment that it would be a reality all over this country. And yes. I've always remembered that and thought about it many times. It didn't become a reality by then, but still much more has been accomplished than most people realize.
New York Times Company petitioner, Mr. Wexler.
Oh, yeah. Hey, hey, oh, yeah. Hey, hey, oh. Extra, extra, read it loud. Voices rising from the crowd. Ink and conscience, black and white. Printed truth in morning light. Full page call on March the 29th. 1960, the struggle in print. Hear their rising voices cry. From southern streets where children tried to claim a promise long denied. While freedom riders testified, they sang for Dr. King's defense. For jailed protesters paying rent. They're rising voices. They're rising voices. They sang on courthouse steps that day for simple rights long kept away. Arrest came swift, charges fell. Peaceful prayer inside a cell. The ad said truth was under fire and asked the nation to rise up higher. Those words to fame, they twist the tale. My name dragged through the northern mail. 500,000 paid the song. We'll show you what the South's become. Well, minor details out of line. Was the movement's heart maligned? Did we invent the clubs and cries? Did we fabricate those jailhouse sides? Was it false? Was it spite? Or was it freedom's holy fire? Debate on public acts must breathe, or liberty begins to seethe. The First Amendment chills the flame that questions power, calls its name. A public servant must now prove more than bruised and wounded grew. Show the right and knew a lie, or reckless truth went flashing by. Actual malice, say it clear, not just anger, not just fear. Actual malice, heavy load. Truth may stumble, but lies must be sure. Defamation, documentation, deputation, documentation, liberation. Print the names, print the plea, let the nation see it. Hear their rising voices, hear their rising cries. From Montgomery jail cells to New York skies. Actual, actual, actual. Let it sing. If critics fear financial ruin, power wins without pursuing. Hear their rising voices still echoes past that southern hill. When ink stands tall and fear grows small, democracy belongs to all. Their rising voices, printed bold, protect the press.
Coming from an immigrant background and having parents that didn't understand the educational system, just having that fundamental access to that education made me who I am today. I was able to come to law school, go get my bachelor's, obtain my JD because of these cases. If not, if these cases weren't implemented, immigrants, minorities, we would have been shut out of society without these fundamental rights. Though education is not a fundamental right, it is a fundamental right to be equal in this country, and these cases enumerated that.
But in my mind, the most important case that we have had in all those years was the case of Baker versus Carr, which is what we might call the parent case of the one man, one vote doctrine, which guarantees to every American citizen participating in government an equal value of his vote to that of any other vote that is cast in the particular election. We held in Baker versus Carr that it was a judicial question and that the courts therefore had jurisdiction. And as a result of that, we had the cases of Reynolds versus Sims and all the rest of them. I believe that if we had had that decision shortly after the 14th Amendment was adopted, that most of these problems that are confronting us today, particularly the racial problems, would have been solved by the political process.
Number 103, Charles W. Baker et al., appellants versus Joe C. Carr et al.
In the cities we grow, in the towns we thrive, yet our voices fade, barely alive. Vote just an idea. It's the essence of everything we hold dear. The democratic promise, ruled by majority. One person, one vote is the spirit of liberty. One person, one vote. We rise, we stand for fairness and justice in this land. Together we march, together we fight for democracy's future, for what is right.
Number 23, B.A. Reynolds, etc., et al. Appellants versus M.O. Sims, et al. Down in Alabama, the story's the same. Rural lines are drawn, and they play in the game. The cities are growing, the people demand, but they're silenced by the power of a line in the sand. Lines in the sand, holding us back. Twisting the map to cover their tracks. Oh, we're standing up, we're breaking through. These lines can't define what we're gonna do. The power's with the people, it's time to stand. We'll redraw the line, no more lines in the sand. Hey. They shape the districts to keep their control, ignoring the cities where the young hearts grow. Voices in the urban streets, they try to deny, but we see the truth and we're asking why. Asking why, how long must we wait? Fighting for justice, we can't hesitate. They're holding the cause, but the deck's been stacked. No fair game, no turning back. We're marching together, we're breaking free. Power to the people, let democracy be. Oh, we're standing up, we're breaking through. These lines can't define 39, Paul Williams and Lorena Williams, petitioners versus Hugh Lee, respondent.
This land holds stories deep in the soil. Generations work, generations toil. They think that courts can claim what's mine, but our sovereignty's a sacred line. Our land, our law, it's in our hands. They can't take what they don't understand. The sovereign people will take the stand to show the world this is our land.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They've come before, try to take control, but we've stood strong, kept our spirit whole. This fight is bigger than just this store. It's for the people, forevermore. Our land, our law, it's in our hands. They can't take what they don't understand. The sovereign people will take the stand to show the world this is our land. Our land, our law, it's in our hands. They can't take what they don't understand. The sovereign people will take the stand to show the world this is our land. Through the mountains, through the plains, our sovereignty forever remains. No foreign court will decide our fate. This is our nation, we legislate. This is our nation, we legislate. Our land, our law, it's in our hands. They can't take what they don't understand. The sovereign people will take a stand to show the world this is our land. This is our land.
Yeah, so my grandfather was full American Indian, and then my dad was half, so now I'm 25% American. A lot of trips to go see our heritage growing up and be able to witness the everyday lives that they lived. And what really shocked me the most was just how long it took them just to get water every day. You know, it was interesting to see that, you know, back in the day, people had to walk really far just to gather clean, fresh water. And, you know, made me realize how hard the upbringing was for American Indians to survive back then. My grandfather passed away when my dad was 3 years old. He passed away from a drunk driver on the way to my dad's birthday party. Yeah, so I never got to.
I shook every hand in the rain and the dust, learned how to smile, learned who to trust. I climbed every rung, took every blow, let the voters decide how far I'd go. I stood on the ballot, I stood in the fire. He waited his turn and they crowned him higher. Not elected, not elected, not elected. They didn't ask the people what they thought that day, didn't count the votes, didn't clear the way. A robe and a gavel handed from above, no rallies, no risk, no proof of love. That bench was never meant to rule the streets. I ran on the ground where the nation stands. He rose by a nod from careful hands. They call it calm, they call it wise. I call it power with no disguise. Not elected, not elected, not elected. He talks of rights rights like they grow on trees. Black order survives without boundaries. But I've seen the chaos, I've heard the fear. I know what people whisper when the law's not clear. They want safety, they want lines, they want someone to draw them in ink, not signs. He sits in marble, far from the night, while cops face corners where wrong feels right. I don't question justice, I question control. When judges decide but never patrol. Let him dream of fairness, let him speak slow. Let him write opinions the streets won't know. Every revolution invites a reply. And water calls, they'll answer my cry. Courts don't win elections. I do. Not elected. Not elected. Not elected.
Well, I would think they were terrific. They didn't complain, and nor have they ever complained since about it. But I know what the problems of some of them were. For instance, I think Justice Black was not welcomed in Alabama for a good many years after the Brown decision.
Under fire, our home's not the same. Our children whisper, afraid of the blame. Headlines scream, neighbors stay. The weight of justice hard to bear. Under fire, the flames rise high, voices shout, banners fly, standing firm but feeling small. Will justice answer? Or will we fall? I swore an oath to do what's right, to fight for freedom, to shed new light. But in this storm with hatred strong, how do we hold on? How do we belong? Under fire, the flames rise high, voices shout, banners fly, standing firm but feeling small. Will justice answer? Our work will be judged by history, not by angry mobs. We must keep moving forward even amongst the sobs. Equality is worth every sacrifice. They're the best laid plans of men and lies. Under fire, we won't back down, even when hate tries to drown. Justice path is steep and wide, but we'll stand together. Side by
The Fourth Amendment protects people, not places. Justice Potter Stewart.
Dolly Mapp had the presence of mind when the police arrived and wanted to search her home to get on the phone and talk to her attorney. She told them, no, you're not going to search my home. without a warrant. Now, this was not an unknown concept at the time. Federal law already required federal officers not to illegally enter a home or enter a home without a warrant, which would have made the search illegal. And I believe at least 30 states at the time of MAP had already enshrined this freedom from unlawful search and seizure without a warrant in their own laws. But Ms. Mapp didn't happen to live in one of those states. The police then came back and they said, well, we've got a warrant. And they held out a piece of paper. They try to pull it back. Dolly grabs it and she promptly shoves it into her dress. The police fight. They get it back. Interestingly enough, was it a warrant? Well, since a warrant was never introduced in any of the legal proceedings, I think we can be very confident it wasn't a warrant.
Etc. Appellant versus Ohio.
There's a pounding at my front door, like the storm don't know my name, like the walls I built with living are just boards for someone's claim. They say they've got authority, they say they've got the right, but I know what guards my doorway in the quiet of this night. This house is not a room, this house is not the street. You don't cross my threshold on restless or reckless feet without a warrant. You can't come in without a warrant. You don't begin signed and sworn by a judge's hand. Probable cause that can lawfully stand if you break in, if you ignore the law that guards my private door. What you see, what you find will not survive in court or time. By how meek or how mild. The right to be secure here in my papers, in my things, means power must be checked before it spreads its wings. A promise ain't protection if it fades when tested hard. So liberty needs teeth, and the courts must stand on guard without a warrant. You can't come in without a warrant. You don't begin. The Fourth Amendment draws that line. This home, this space is mine. And if the search is born from wrong, the evidence won't sing your song. It falls away. It won't remain. No lawless game will stake its claim. Throw it out. Let it fall. A right must mean something at all. If the search is unlawful, if the entry's flawed, the proof disappears by rule of law. Without a warrant, you can't come in without a warrant. You don't begin. This house is guarded. This line is drawn. The Constitution is standing strong. My door, my name, my rights to be secure, secure. You are.
We need not hold that all evidence is fruit of the poisonous tree, but this evidence, derived from an unlawful entry, is inadmissible. Justice
Long Son and James Watt Toy, petitioners versus United States.
They came to my door, no knock, no care. Entered my world like a storm in the air. Took what they wanted, no warrant in hand. But justice demands we make a stand. Fruit of the tree, tainted and foul. Evidence taken with force, no right, no vow. Truth must be earned, not stolen, you see. Or justice falls like a broken decree.
They twisted my words, made deals in the dark. Tried to make statements, no rights to embark. But the court looked close, all through the deceit. Rights must be honored in the court and the street. The law must be fair, evidence pure, not poisoned by actions unlawful, unsure. This case set a rule, a guide to be known. Rights of the people must be fully shown.
My story's not mine, it's a fight for us all. For justice, for freedom, to stand proud and tall. The lesson is clear, the law must be right. Protecting the people in darkness and light. Fruit of the tree, tainted and foul. We stand for the truth, we make this vow. The rights of the people, upheld and strong. Justice will echo a righteous song.
Number 67, John W. Terry et al., petitioners versus Ohio.
I walk these streets day and night. I watch, I listen, ready to fight. Good instinct strong, I can't ignore. Protecting the people, that's what I swore. Reasonable suspicion, a double-edged blade. With freedom and safety dance, both afraid. Who decides, who draws the line? When does justice overstep, cross over the line? I'm just a man, standing here. Your eyes see danger, your mind sees fear. Hands on the wall, rights pushed aside. Who stands for me when justice divides? The power to sin, the power to see, must be balanced, guided with thee. Reason and restraint must be the way. A hunch or guess won't take the day. To overreach will break the trust. Reasonableness is a must. Reasonable suspicion, a double-edged blade. With freedom and safety dance, both afraid. Who decides, draws the line? When does justice overstep, cross the line? Reasonable suspicion, a double-edged blade. With freedom Reasonableness is a must.
The Warren Court was just as politically charged as things are now. The importance of that court was not so much the decisions they made, but the rights they stood upon and granted. The court went out of its way to make sure that even if its decision was weird, not liked, or right, they held their commitment to the Constitution and interpreting it right for the freedoms that the founders based the writing.
Number 759, Ernest Miranda, petitioner versus Arizona.
We've been silent. Questions fly, questions lie. I miss them now to the ground. Questions fly, pressure's high, I'm lost. Don't know how to reply. No one told me what I should know. That I could stay silent, let my lawyer show. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used, so be wise and defiant. You have the right to an attorney near. If you can't afford one, don't you fear. These are the rights, now know them well. Yeah. For in this room, your freedom's held. A signature here, words I spoke, they twisted my fears. Left me broke. If I'd known then what I know now, I'd have fought for my rights. I had to learn how. If we don't know, how can we fight? How can we stand for what is right? Knowledge is power, a shield so strong to guard us when the world goes wrong. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used, so be wise and defiant. You have the right to an attorney near. If you can't afford one, don't you fear. These are the rights, now know them well. For in this room, your freedom's held. When they urge you to confess, remain silent. When they ask you to just guess, remain silent. When they say they know it all, remain silent. When they promise you a call, remain silent. When they tug at your heart, remain silent. When they try to sound smart, remain silent. If they say it's just a chat, remain silent. When they claim they got the fact, remain silent. When they promise you less time, remain silent. When they say your words are fine, remain silent. If they say it's off the record, remain silent. When they play like they your shepherd, remain silent. If they ask you who was there, remain silent. When they say to clear the air, remain silent. If they push you with the stare, remain silent. When they act like they care, remain silent. Or when they speak with friendly ease, remain silent. If they say just tell me please, remain silent. If they act like you're their friend, remain silent. When they say the trouble in, remain silent. When they shout or make a scene, remain silent. When the questions get to me, remain silent. If they say that they are done, remain silent. When they hint you'll be the one, remain silent. You have the right to talk or not, but know your words are worth a lot. If you want an attorney here, the questioning must stop. That's clear. Remember, when in doubt, stay strong. Your silence can't be used wrong. Miranda rights, protect and guide. Keep your freedom, hold your pride.
Miranda versus Arizona, 1966. The prosecution may not use statements stemming from custodial interrogation unless it demonstrates the use of procedural safeguards effective to secure the privilege against self-incrimination. Chief Justice Earl Warren.
The big signboards that we'd see along the highway saying impeach Earl Warren. And I became used to that very quickly, and it didn't bother me.
That must have been pretty hard on Mrs. Warren.
Well, it really was a lot harder on her than it was on me.
Every choice, every fight, we stood for justice, for what is right. But the signs outside, the angry cries are breaking down my heart's disguise.
Our home was safe, our world was bright, but now we live in constant fright. Now every day we live in fear.
This weight is more than we can bear. Impeach or warn, they call, they shout. Justice way down, voices of doubt. A fight for rights, but the cost is steep. Promises made, but wounds run deep. I took this oath and made this stand. For the voiceless ones across the land. I cannot waver, cannot yield. The fear is real. You are my shield.
How do we carry this heavy load when the road ahead is a lonely road? You fight for many, but who fights for you? Who holds us up when we're split in two?
Mary, it's you, it's our family's grace that keeps me strong in this weary place. We face the storm, we stand the test for a future where justice rests. Impeach your war and they call, they shout. Impeach your war, they want the out. Impeach your war and they call, they shout. But love and truth will drown them out. We stand together under the weight, holding on to hope, defying fate.
Number 155, Clarence Earl Gideon, petitioner, versus H.G. Cochran, Director, Division of Corrections.
In a courtroom cold, I stood alone. No one to call, no rights to own. The law's a maze, a twist and turn. Without a guide, how can I learn? A right to be heard, a right to defend. Justice is more than words they pretend. No man should stand alone in fear, with no one to fight, no one near. I wrote my plea, I told my tale, how fairness failed, how freedom's frail. I may be poor, I may be small, but the right to a lawyer belongs to us all. Justice is not just for the wealthy or those with education. It's what our nation is built on. Its very foundation. And every person, rich or poor, deserves a fair trial. Evermore, we are the voices, the ones unheard. Fighting for justice, fighting for Together we rise, together we claim the right to defend, the right to name, a right to be heard, a right to defend. Justice is more than words they pretend. With counsel strength, we stand and fight for freedom's call, for what is right.
No, number 334. United States petitioner versus Billy Joe Wing.
I stand in this line, shadows all around. No lawyer here, no friend I found. Words that make me say the fear I feel. Where's my defender? Where's my shield? Where's my shield? Where's my God to stand with me, to fight by my side? Justice demands a steady hand to help me through, to take a stand. They say the truth will set me free, but without counsel, where's my plea? I'm lost, I'm scared, I need the law to fight for me, to find the flaw. Shield a guide, a voice so strong to fight for right, to right the wrong. We stand for those who stand alone. Injustice face, the truth made known. Where's my shield? Where's my guide to stand with me, to fight by my side? Justice demands a steady hand to help me through, to take a
Trial by jury is fundamental to the American scheme of justice. Justice Barron White.
Number 410, Gary Duncan, appellant, versus Louisiana.
I stood alone in this room of power, a voice unheard in the judgment hour. I asked for fairness, for equal ground, but justice here can't be found. A jury of my peers, that's my right to stand for truth, to stand for life. Justice is more than words on a page. It's the people's voice, strong and steady. this the way we fight, the way we live, without a trial by jury of peers. The scales of justice tip way too near in favor of the rich and potent ones. But how is that fair to everyone? We have to ensure every voice is heard, that a jury hears all defendants' words. Every right upheld, everyone judged fair. Sixth Amendment said, jury of our peers. Rise for those who came to open wide freedom's door. We stand today, we fight, we pray, yeah, for a brighter, fairer a jury of my peers, that's my right, to stand for truth, stand for life, justice. This is more than words on a page, it's the people's voice. This song is
And believe it or not, I've read that case before going to law school, and I remember that people back then would just be found guilty, and some of the punishments of people being found guilty were super extreme and super harsh, and it's just unbelievable to read that and understand that that was a thing back then. You could be found guilty by one corrupt judge and then be sentenced to life in prison or life in hard work, or never get to see your family again. And I went to Angola, which is one of the biggest prisons in Louisiana, and I witnessed firsthand all of the people who are in incarceration for life, and they're just very simple crimes. It's not even that serious of a crime, but that case really established that you do have a right to a jury, and I think that's amazing, because I don't think it's fair that one man can decide another man's life. I think it needs to be a board of people that decides that man's life, because they have an annual, it's like bull riding. So they do this festival where they have prisoners that ride bulls, and because of that, they get less sentences, and they also get paid in commissary. And I thought it was I couldn't really stand it. I went with my family, and they're like, oh, let's go again. And I was like, I wasn't really my favorite thing to watch, because these people have lives before that. They had family, and I don't want to watch people put their lives on stake just for other people's enjoyment. It felt very barbaric, and I never went back after that one showing. But I went there mainly as like a research purpose with my family, just to see the lives of how people can end up if they make the wrong decisions in life.
Number 490, John L. Brady, petitioner versus Maryland.
Evidence hidden, kept away. How can truth see the light of day? I stand accused, yet facts concealed. Without the truth, my fate is sealed. What good is justice cold and blind, when fairness is so hard to find? The whole truth, nothing less. Justice demands, we must confess. Fairness comes when light shines through, sharing all, both gold and new. The scales must balance, right and clear, or freedom fades, replaced by fear. They knew the facts, they hid the light, played a game with a man's whole seen. How many lives have paid the cost when vital evidence was lost? The Constitution demands fairness. The prosecution needs decency. The accused deserve a fair defense. Trials open not in secrecy. What if it were you, your family, your name? Would you want truth or a twisted game? Secrets buried, life upturned, lessons learned, but bridges burned. Fairness stands for one and all. Without it, justice starts to I fought for truth, I made my stand. Believed that fairness could command the court's decision. Brave and bold, a promise kept, a story told. The whole truth, nothing less. Fairness won, we now address a brighter future, clear and right. Justice served in honest light. Together we stand, together we fight to keep the scales of justice light. What if it were you, your family, your name? Would you want truth or a twisted game? Secrets buried, life upturned, lessons learned, but bridges burned. Oh, truth, nothing less. Justice demands, we must confess. Fairness comes when light shines through, sharing all, both old and new. The scales must balance, right and clear, or freedom fades, replaced by fear.
People that don't have a voice, and that way they can be heard, and as their fundamental right to be heard in the court can be established. And I also saw a lot of discrepancies when I was growing up as a kid from police officers, and I just wanted to make sure that someone can hold the police officers accountable.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Louisiana.
Number 35, Charles Katz, petitioner versus United States.
I step in here, close the door tight. Think I'm safe in the cover of the night. Words I whisper, the secrets I share. But who's out there? Who's aware? Expectations of privacy shattered and gone. Who's listening in? Who's stringing us along? A right to speak, a space of our own. Yeah, even in shadow, we're never alone. We hear it all, the lines we type, a whisper, apply to spot on a map. The world's gone digital, secrets exposed, privacy's unethical, so it's supposed. How we see privacy must evolve. It's not an easy problem to solve. The thought protects people, not just the place, not just their things. Let's not erase all our privacy. What makes us free? Lies we cross, racks we bend. Where does privacy start? Where does it end? The conversation, a quiet space in a world of eyes. We leave no trace. Of privacy, who draws the line? A right to feel safe, or must hold tight to our privacy.
I realized like everyone is innocent until proven guilty, and I really like that standard. You know, I don't think people should be found guilty unless they've actually had a trial or been able to, you know, see court and actually plead their case. And it really makes me excited to be able to find the people who don't have a voice and be able to allow their voice to be heard.
Marriage is one of the basic civil rights of man, fundamental to our very existence and survival. Chief Justice Earl Warren.
Number 395, Richard Perry Loving et al. Appellants versus Virginia.
They say our love is wrong, a fight, a crime against the day and night. But how can love so pure, so deep, be banned by laws that make us weep? Love knows no bounds, no color, no creed. It's a force that binds a human need. Hearts entwined, we stand so tall. Love is love for one and all.
We built a home, we built a life. Husband and husband, wife and wife.
But courts and laws tried to tear apart
What God has joined, what's in our hearts.
We dream of a world where love is free, where hearts aren't judged by what they see, where hand in hand we walk unafraid. A future bright, a promise made. Love knows no bounds, no color, no creed. It's a force that binds a human need. Hearts entwined, we stand so tall. Love is love for one and all. To marry who we choose is a basic right. They say we cannot choose. Let's make that right. Love can't be denied for you and me. After all this time, it's got to be.
So personally, my dad is from Haiti, and my mom was from Knoxville, Tennessee. And my mom was a white woman, and my dad was Haitian. And so they got married, and I know that if Loving hadn't existed, that wouldn't have happened, especially in the South. And I'm happy that they were able to do that for that period of time, and that's what Loving ended up being able to do for them. Oh, my kids know everything. Yeah, I have drugged them everywhere. We lived in Philly for a bit of time, and so I took them to all of the historical markers there. And yes, I have. I've had them read the cases. I've had them watch the movies. I've had them study the people, because it's really important to know your history. If you don't know your history and you don't know the mistakes of the past, you're doomed to create them again, right? And so you don't want that. And it's important, even if our history is not pretty or kind, that we know it.
Number 496, Estelle T. Griswold et al., appellants versus Connecticut.
In a world of whispers, where women sought a choice, I stood with courage to give them a voice. Behind these walls, we opened the door to health, to freedom, and so much more. A doctor's duty to care, to heal, to bring to light what others can see. Advice and care, a simple right, but here in Connecticut we had to fight for every woman who dreams to decide, for the power of choice we won't let hide, to plan her future, her body, her life. We stood for freedom in this bitter strife. It wasn't just pills, it was dignity and hope, a lifeline for women who struggled to cope. With each consultation, they found their voice. We gave them knowledge, we gave them a choice. The law said no, but we said why? Why should their health be denied on a lie? A right to privacy, to love, to plan. This isn't radical, it's human, it's grand. For every woman who dreams to decide, for the power of choice we won't let hide, to plan her future, her body, her life. We stood for freedom in this bitter strife. The law came for us, the court was cold, but we knew the truth and we stayed bold. We called it a crime, we called it care, we fought for justice, it wasn't fair. To every mother, sister and friend, we knew this fight was ours to defend. In every woman's heart we saw a flame, and through our work we gave it a name. For every woman who dreams to decide, for the power of choice we won't let hide, to plan her future, her body, her life. We stood for freedom in this bitter strife. Now history remembers what we dared to do. We stood for justice, for what was true. Griswold and Buxton, a stand we'll recall, for privacy, freedom, the rights of us all.
For all my life, I had been dealing with people, dealing with their individual and their group problems, talking them over as you and I are talking today, learning from actual contact with people before I made a decision on anything.
I came to this bench with no crowd to please, no ballot box, no guarantees, just a charter written long ago, and the duty to guard it the best I know. You guard ideals, I guard the ground, where broken windows make the loudest sound. Your words are lofty, mine carry weight, because fear doesn't wait for a court to debate. The law's not a weapon or a badge of might, it is a promise made to the least in sight. When power knocks without a key, the Constitution answers through me. Your Constitution lives in theory and ink. Mine lives where people can't sleep or blink. You say rights before control, I say control keeps the nation whole. Due process, order first, without restraint, authority rots. Unchecked power forgets its cost. A badge to sell, a closed door plea, that's where the law must answer to me. While you debate what the law should mean, I'm counting votes and watching screens. The people want strength, they can see, not footnotes buried in history.
Rights are not popular by design. Neither is losing elections.
I don't serve comfort, I don't serve fear. I serve a Constitution meant to endear. When history asks who stood the test, it won't ask who shouted loudest.
History remembers who took command, who drew the line, who made the stand. Let the court decide what it can. The rest of the country answers to one man.
City don't sleep, windows crack, siren talk back, feet move fast. You say wait, I hear run. You say right, I speak
up. Power knocks.
No name,
no warrant,
no shame.
Law means limits,
not control.
Brakes on force, lines on roll, lines get crossed when no one's checked. Fear is real,
So much respect. Who decides? Who draws lines? Who stands firm? When power's loud and rights go quiet. Badge on chest, split second call. Street don't pause. Courtly walls, history counts. Every choice, every silence, every voice. Justice, order, rights, control. Order, justice is not loud. It is not loud. It is lasting. Of that I am proud. Power doesn't wait, it's impatient. I won't hesitate.
And the more complex it becomes, the more people have to realize that only they can keep this republic. If the citizens of this country don't do it, there isn't anyone on earth who can keep it a republic. And throughout history, republics have gone down the drain because people have lost their interest in them. A republic is not an easy kind of government to keep because it depends upon every living soul in it. And it is because I believe the responsibility to keep it must be equated with the rights it bestows that I use the expression of Dr. Franklin to the effect, it's a republic if you can keep it.
We raw judgments etched in stone, so those unheard could find a home. The arc of justice, long and wide, a path we pave side by side. The Constitution's revolution, we saw wrong, we made them right, we did the work, we fought the fight. The Constitution's revolution, we saw wrong, we made public need. Justice walks with measured speed. A jury trial, a right for all, where fairness answers every call. Privacy in a world of change. All rights adapt, all laws arrange. In lineups now, the lawyers there protecting rights, standing fair. A legacy of justice, written and true. We pass the torch from us to you. Freedom's fight is never done, but together we rise as one by one. Our work is not finished, there's still more to do. The Constitution's fate, it's up to you. It breathes and evolves, not all problems it solves. Promises made must be defended, no matter that some only pretended to protect these rights for us all. Today we pledge to heed the call. The Constitution's revolution. It's all wrong. We made them right. We did the work. We fought the fight. Constitution's revolution. It's all wrong. We made them right. We did the work. We fought the fight. Do you see some wrongs? Will you make it right? Will you do the work? Will you fight the fight? Because now it's up to you to make us now see it through. Promises made must be defended, no matter that they just pretended that these rights would apply to all. Today, will you heed the call? Today, will you heed the call? We ask that you heed the call.